forgive doesn't mean you have to forget. I know there's this very common sentence that you get to hear, forgive and forget. Forgiveness is a choice you make to return back to peace. Now you can choose to become victim and blame and complain for the rest of your life, or you can start to say, you know what, they did the best that they can with the information, experience, knowledge, education that they had. If they knew better, they would have done better. Hurt once, shame on you. Hurt twice, shame on me. How to forgive people when it feels the most difficult task? You know, the fact that you're asking me that question itself tells me that what a beautiful heart you have, because the desire itself to want to forgive in itself has the answer. Because forgiveness is actually a decision. So the more you understand forgiveness, the more you'll realize that forgiveness has very little to do with the other person and everything to do with how you want to process the pain that they have inflicted on you. Now you can choose to become victim and blame and complain for the rest of your life, or you can start to say, you know what, they did the best that they can with the information, experience, knowledge, education that they had. If they knew better, they would have done better. Hurt people land up hurting people, because what you have from inside only you'll give to others. No. So if someone's had a really bad experience of life, guess what they are going to throw at you? When you squeeze a lemon juice only will come out. No, orange juice to can't come out. So when you squeeze someone who's negative, guess what's going to come out on you? The negativity that they have within. So the more we are able to start to put ourselves in the shoes of the other person and realize that, you know, while they hurt me, I understand where they are coming from. And so then forgiving that person becomes much easier. Now there are two other steps to forgiveness that I want to speak to you about. First one, when you forgive doesn't mean you have to forget. I know there's this very common sentence that you get to hear, forgive and forget. Forgiveness is a choice you make to return back to peace. If your peace is more important than the kachra people sitting in your head who are continuously hurting you, time to remove them, put them in the dustbin and say, you know what, I'm not interested in thinking about the people who created the maximum pain. I want to think about my future. But to forget, I always say I'm too intelligent to forget how someone made me feel, and that also if a negative emotion happened. So I'm not choosing to forget. If over time I forget on its own automatically, that's fine with me. I'm not going to make it a daily reminder for sure. But I'm not going to consciously be able to forget, because to forget, if I start to say, I must forget dash person hurt me so badly, I must forget, I'm actually, instead of forgetting, remembering it every day, right? So forgetting something is not a conscious choice. Forgiving someone is a conscious choice. So forgive, and if over time you forget, that is great. Another thing that I always talk about is apology accepted, trust denied. In case this person decides to apologize to you, that is in case, then accept the apology, but that does not mean they've gained back the trust, because trust comes from action, not from words. So apology accepted, because apology is words, but trust is denied. You have to earn back the trust. Now you go and do those things where what you've lost with me, you get back. I'm willing to give you an opportunity, but I'm not willing to just trust you blindly any longer, because once when you've revealed, I was reading this somewhere recently, hurt once, I think it was something like this, hurt once, shame on you, hurt twice, shame on me. So, you know, if somebody is landing up hurting you a second time, which means we didn't see the red flags in the first place. So forgiveness is you drinking the poison and praying someone else dies. So forgiveness is not an important thing to forgive them. The forgiveness comes from the point that I'm not going to carry no negativity towards this person, for this person is not God. Every human makes mistakes, and if he's made a mistake or she's made a mistake, I'm willing to let that go, because I'm sure in my life I am doing things where I am making mistakes, and I hope people let it go. And you know what, when you start to have a conversation around, whenever you don't forgive someone, you've basically decided that I'm going to take all of the negativity, keep it inside of me and relive it 1,000,000 times to make myself completely toxic. That's what leads to disease, that's what leads to illness, that's what leads to... Why? Why are you doing that for someone else's fault? Let it remain their fault. No, why are we absorbing it? So my suggestion, say, you know what? You've revealed to me, God has told me who to be careful of. I think that's a beautiful thing. It could have been much worse. I'm glad at this point itself I found out. So, like that, if you can come up with a new story in your head to be able to return to your peace, you will do yourself a big favor. Do not need to trust them again. Do not need to forget. But forgiveness is a decision you take for your peace. Yeah?